Hello again, everyone. Welcome to the Hardy Realty Show here on Rome Business Radio. We broadcast from the Hardy on Broad space in downtown Rome, Georgia, located right on Broad Street, and we work in cooperation with the Rome News Tribune. I am Roger Manus with Rome Business Radio, and today our Hardy Realty representative is Melissa Williams. Hi, Melissa. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
We're just hunky-dory, as we say down south. How are things at Hardy?
Hardy is doing wonderfully. Yeah, it's they're exploding. It's great. Lots of development, lots of sales. So we're doing good down there.
Yeah, we touch on this from time to time. Hardy uses this show to celebrate the good things going on in our community, but every now and then we do have to ask. But I guess the real estate market the last few years, boom.
It did, and just took off. But we're still doing great. We're still selling houses. And
as part of Hardy Realty's incredible support of the community. As mentioned, we use this podcast to celebrate those things, and we've got brighter birthdays today. Hi, Cristin Warden. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me, both of you.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by. You've been on the show before, so but for maybe those who haven't heard before, brighter birthdays. I love this concept. And this came out of your brain, right?
Yes.
Founder, creator, director, what have you. So tell us a little bit about Brighter Birthdays for those who may not be familiar.
Yes. So Brighter Birthdays is a nonprofit located here in Rome. We serve children locally to help them celebrate their birthdays. We are entering our 7th year, and the primary method how we celebrate with children is through the delivery of backpacks to area elementary schools. These backpacks include party supplies, toys, toiletries, and school supplies. And we deliver them to the schools. This year we'll be delivering about 2,500. And so far to date, we've delivered well over 11,000. So this year will bring us to close to 14,000.
Wow.
Birthdays celebrated, yes.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but as I recall, the genesis of this was, kids' birthday is a special time, and some kids don't have the resources that others would to have a family support or the funding in the family to celebrate properly. So that's what the organization targeted. Because it's funny, we think about Christmas is magical time for kids.
Correct.
But so are birthdays. And so you kind of saw a need. Have I said all this right?
Yes. So, right. I was reading articles about people around the country who helped children celebrate their birthdays, but it was also Christmas time. So I was getting emails from all over, friends and churches asking for help with Christmas. And I thought, well, how do these kids celebrate their birthdays? Surely if they need help with celebrating Christmas and their families need help celebrating Christmas, then birthdays, they probably need help with that as well. And next to Christmas, birthdays are probably the day that children look most forward to in the year.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Melissa, how did you get involved? Is this just a Hardy Helps extension, or is this a little personal pet thing for you as well?
This is a personal pet thing for me.
Yeah.
I was in the education field for about 25 years before I decided to do real estate. And I needed to feel that itch of still being back with children, still supporting children. And got a hold of Cristin and said, hey, what's this organization all about and how could I get involved? And she quickly put me to work.
I did. Yes. If someone comes to me like Melissa, especially someone like Melissa with her background and her passion, it doesn't take me very long to find them a place.
Well, most people, when they think about doing something, it's a for-profit business, but you went nonprofit, obviously. Mm-hmm. So, what are the challenges with that? What were some of the things bridges you had to cross?
Well, when I first started doing this, it was more of a community service project. And actually, my daughter's here today. She was one of the reasons that I went ahead and did it. I was looking for a way for them to get involved with the community. Both of them have some underlying illnesses, so it makes it tough for them to get out into the community and serve. So this was a way that we could do it from our home. I really thought we would probably just be making handmade cards and putting bags of candy in for kids that get food to eat through the weekends, but that is not what happened. The need just kept growing, and as more schools found out about what we were doing, they wanted to participate and have an option for their children in their schools. So yeah, it just sort of exploded from there.
So obviously the feedback has been awesome. So what do teachers tell you and things like that, school administrators?
Oh, I love seeing, you probably love too.
I do.
I love seeing the posts online when teachers just kind of randomly take pictures of their students when they get the backpacks or when they're in the room, like using the school supplies. I love seeing that. But the biggest part that we get to see face to face is when we're delivering the backpacks to the schools and we have our Brighter Birthday gear on, and all the students that have birthdays that month or that week start following us down the hallway, talking to us about how it's their birthday and what's in there this year and they can't wait to get this. Or anyway, so that's the great feedback. Occasionally we also get feedback from administrators and teachers just from what the students or the teachers have said when they get to hand them out. And so we get some pretty funny comments there too.
Yeah. So how does the process work? You collect donations, gifts, school supplies, what have you. So give me a list of what that is or has been.
So, obviously we take monetary donations, and with that, we'll purchase the larger items, the items that we want to get in bulk. So for the instance, this year we have a book from a local author. We have a Mattel card game in there. We have a Frisbee that is one of the things that's all the rage, one of those push pop Frisbees. And those push pop toys are everywhere right now. And then we have other toys and things that relieve stress. So Hardy is helping us with some stress ball products. And then we have the school supplies and the party supplies. Those we rely largely on donations, actually item donations. So people can donate plates and napkins, or they can donate pencils and pens. And we have colored pencils in there as well, which have the Brighter Birthday logo, and those all go into a pencil pouch. And then we also have the toothbrushes and toothpaste, which we rely on the dental community for that.
So you get these donations. Now, do you have volunteers put the backpacks together? Mm-hmm. Okay, and then how have you connected with schools to distribute and things like that? What's the process?
So we have one person on our team who's responsible solely for coordinating with whoever our contact with is at the school. And so we have different types of groups from around the community. Hardy's going to be packing with us hopefully within the next month or so. So we're just getting this school year started and starting to get numbers from the schools of how many they need. So we'll start packing here within the next couple weeks, and Hardy will be one of our first packs, if not the very first. And as soon as they're packed, we'll start distributing them to schools. So a lot of schools do a birthday at the school at the end of the month. So they will call all the kids with birthdays in at a certain time of day. They'll get a cupcake and they'll get their backpack.
Like every kid.
Just the kids that have that birthdays that month.
Yeah.
And then other schools do it with like their morning announcements. So those kids come up to the office and get their backpacks at that time. Got you.
So even the backpacks you're fundraising, you're taking donations for everything.
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Hardy helps. Obviously, Hardy does a lot of stuff. But you mentioned, so some of the staff at Hardy is involved in this as well and helping to pack or distribute or what have you?
Correct. This is my first year to be on the board with Brighter Birthday, so I'm really excited about that. But we get a group of agents together, or property management can come, whoever works at Hardy. We go to Restoration Rome, and they have it, Cristin has it set up like a fine old machine, and then we pack the backpacks and get them ready for distribution to the schools. And we spend an hour, 2 hours, whatever we need, and we do pretty well. We get some backpacks packed.
That's right.
And it's really fun. It's really fun. It's fun to be as a group outside the office. It's also fun to see what goes into the bags and just be a part of knowing that you brought that joy to a child.
Well, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, if you get a group of about 10 to 12 people, which Hardy usually brings, they can pack 300 backpacks in less than 2 hours. So, and help me clean up and get it all ready to go and load it in the cars. So it's a fast paced thing, but they get a lot accomplished. Yeah.
Well, and a fringe benefit for other businesses, there's a teamwork camaraderie.
Correct.
That it happens within Hardy.
There is.
While you're doing this, because you guys are all real estate contractors doing your own thing all day, every day. So this teamwork aspect. So other businesses, this is something they could do.
Absolutely.
But what else does Hardy do? Just everything, right?
We do everything. Cristin came and spoke to our sales meeting on Tuesday that we have each Tuesday, and the need that she was talking about was toothpaste, toothbrushes, and pencils. So one thing Hardy is collecting for the month, for this month of August, are those things from our agents. And I also added large plastic baggies, the Ziploc baggies. I didn't know if we needed those or not, but I thought we always needed them. Yes. So we are collecting those in the office. So if you can't come and do the pack or monetary, whatever you can do, we collect that through the month, and then we'll give that to Brighter Birthdays at the end of the month, as well as the monetary donation that our office gave to support your stress balls that we got. Stars, I think. I think we got stress stars this year.
Okay. When this started as a little nugget in your brain to where we are now, are you stunned? Are you pleased? Are you surprised? Do you wish it could have grown more? Are you tired?
Okay, let's go with the tired and the slow. No.
Definitely. I never expected when we were just talking about doing it with a group of, children as a community service project, did I ever see it being, 14,000 celebrations.
Right.
But
it's a lot of birthdays.
It's a lot of birthdays. I think it has the potential to grow out of Rome and Floyd County. It just needs the right infrastructure underneath it. So I don't know if that's kind of the question you were going. It's an easy model to replicate in other communities. You just need to have the infrastructure there.
Yeah, well, we've chatted about that before. I think this could be a national thing. And everybody, it starts with a kernel somewhere. Every organization did at one point. So, but no, I wasn't saying that. I was just, from a kernel in your brain to now seeing over 14,000, that's quite an accomplishment.
Absolutely.
So when you look back, what are your thoughts? Because you told me before the podcast, I hope this isn't breaking news, that you're stepping down.
I am stepping down. Yes. So the 7th year will be my last year. Amanda Hale is taking over the leadership. She's fantastic. She's going to do great. I mean, I couldn't step down without knowing that someone is stepping up that is as fabulous as she is. So, and then also Melissa has come onto the board as well, which is, I'm sad that I won't be working with her longer, but I've been working with her for years, but on the board at least. But yes, I am moving on into a place that I know I'm supposed to be moving on into, and I'm leaving Brighter Birthdays in a place where it can continue to grow and thrive. It's in a great place for me to step out. So
just time. Just time. So what are your thoughts as you look back on what all you've accomplished?
I was just so happy that I could be a part of bringing joy to that many children.
Yeah. So what is the age range of kids again?
So Melissa will go in just a second, but she runs the Teen Mom program. So that actually, we come alongside teen moms, and I'll let you explain exactly what that is. So basically we're handling birth through graduation of high school. Okay.
So theoretically, there were people when you first started that were 16, 17 that are now in their mid-20s.
Yes. And we do occasionally, when we're out in public, get someone that got one of our first backpacks come up and say, I still have that stuffed animal that was in there that first year, that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
That's interesting because it doesn't take long. Time sort of keeps going, doesn't it? You think that cute, what a cute kid. He was 10. Well, now that cute kid's graduating high school.
Exactly.
You wanted to touch on Teen Moms?
I do want to touch on Teen Moms. We are in partnership with Young Life organization, and we start with Teen Moms. We do a diaper bag full of goodies when the mom has the child, and then we follow that child until school age with a developmental toy for them for each of their birthdays. Because again, it's a need. It's a need that's out there. So I think
that's how it's connected to Brighter Birthdays.
It is.
Yeah, okay.
It's the Teen Mom program.
I got you.
So from birth, their very first birthday, the day they're born, all the way through when they enter elementary school.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to stop your train of thought.
Okay. And we serve about 22 moms. This year, I think I just got the list, and I think there's about 20 on there. So, and we follow these kids until they start school, so they'll have a nice birthday gift, and it's a developmental toy for their birthday, but it's one that we want the mom to interact or the caregiver to interact with the child, preparing them for school.
Gotcha. So, do volunteers do the backpack delivery? Is there? You mentioned walking down the hall and kids being all excited. That face-to-face interaction would seem to be very heartwarming to me.
It's the best part of the job.
Is it? Okay. So speak on that in greater detail. What's that like?
So, yes. So we do have volunteers that come with us occasionally. It just depends on the school and how many we're delivering. Some schools we deliver more to than others. So some schools in our area, we serve the entire population. And I guess I should say that as far as the selection, how a child is selected to receive a backpack from us, we don't actually give the school any guidelines. We let them know that if they think a child can benefit from what we do, they can give the backpack out. So we don't say it has to be someone that has free and reduced lunch, because we had counselors coming to us and saying, oh, well, this person just has completely uninvolved parents, and this child has a mother that's very ill. So anyway, they know the children better. We don't know every child's situation.
So
they do.
Each school kind of can have their own criteria based on what they know uniquely about each child. Okay.
So, or if a child's even just having a hard day, we've had middle school and high school counselors that have done that. A child is just having a really hard day. It isn't even their birthday really, but they give them the backpack as just something to boost them up. So that's fine. We understand what we want is really to celebrate the birthday with them, but we also want to be there to help that child feel celebrated and supported. So yes. So when we deliver the backpacks, when we do deliver to a school where we serve the entire population, we do need a caravan because that's usually several cars full.
Exactly. Everybody bring your SUV.
Yes. It takes several cars to get all the backpacks there when we're doing that. And
how do you see to drive?
Yeah,
Are they just loaded up in the windows?
Exactly.
Sometimes it's
dangerous.
interesting. Yes. So we pull up in all our SUVs, park right outside the school, pop all the trunks. We come in like Santa Claus.
We do. I was going to say, there we come with the bags.
And as soon as we're coming in, we hear the loudspeakers, especially for those schools that have the afternoon ones. And so we actually sometimes, now pre-COVID, we did this more, but we're able to stay for the parties and serve the cupcakes, even though we don't get the cupcakes. But oh my gosh, it's just so fun. The kids are just so fun, and they're ripping those bags open as soon as they get them.
Everywhere.
Yes.
When you first started, did you get a lot of financial support, or were you out of pocket?
Out of pocket at the beginning. Yeah. Yes. We did have a couple of churches that helped us, but until we became a nonprofit, a lot of it was just the families that were involved initially.
Okay. So then you flipped the switch to nonprofit. So you seek individual donation, corporate donation. Hardy obviously helps. Anybody else you want to mention?
We have several regular donors, and we couldn't do what we do without them. The dental community for sure has helped us since day one, because those are we've had toothbrushes and toothpaste in there. Now the middle school and high school kids get a little bit more in the toiletries department, but everyone gets the toothbrush and toothpaste. And then, so we have Newbie Stalls, a huge donor of ours and for us, and they have really helped us up our game and really give backpacks to every child in Floyd County and Rome City that needs a backpack. Because of their donations, we were able to grow and say, anybody that needs it, let us know.
And what is your background? Like business-wise or life-wise, school-wise, what have you?
I went to Georgia Tech, yes, and then I designed computers and built computers for years, built databases, and then became a mom and kind of changed lanes. Yeah.
So it was during the mom years that you started. The birthdays are a big deal.
Yes. Yes.
So you were one of those people that could have gone into space, right? Because of the computers and Georgia Tech and all that.
You could have.
I don't know.
That creativity, that design, that the whole infrastructure, it takes a lot. I mean, it's not just, give me a few pencils, let's throw them in a bag. There's a whole infrastructure with a nonprofit that takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of thought process, and Cristin's done all that.
It definitely takes organization.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you connect with the school system? How did you do that?
Original board member Jill Fisher was very connected with the schools, and now she's on the school board. So that was one of the ways that we were able to connect. We also worked with some of the programs that deliver the food to the schools, and so we would give them backpacks to deliver to the schools as well.
So you're now already, it's Floyd County?
It's Floyd County, Rome City. We've delivered to Polk and Chattooga. We work with the Boys and Girls programs too, Boy and Girl Club programs as well. So
I was going to say, so any school in Floyd County is already connected with you, but do you, since you're leaving, do you want to go into Northwest Georgia? But now leave
Hold on. She's leaving. Remember that. No, I'm kidding.
Yes, I think Melissa should handle that. Yes.
Just drive around and I'll go to your home. I'll sell your home too. So whatever. I'll bring the backpack and sell your home. So whatever you need. One-stop shop.
Well, I mean, because anything you say about future plans affects the board you're leaving behind.
Exactly.
That's right. We did this past year start our dessert challenge, which was
really
a tremendous amount of fun.
Cool.
And
what is that?
So this was we were at the newbie tasting room, and we had 5 teams. We had local celebrities paired with local pastry chefs, and they all made different. Well, I guess we had honey cream there too, so we had gelato. But anyway, it was a challenge to see who made the best dessert. We had awards. It was great.
It was so much fun. It was amazing.
So awards means there were judges.
There were judges.
and
do you want to be considered next year?
You do want to be considered. You get to eat this stuff. It's really good.
So they made a little taste for everyone in attendance, and so
was
everyone there got to try all of the desserts.
How have you been embraced by other? I guess there's a lot of nonprofits in town that do good work that, of course, we celebrate here on Hardy Helps.
Right. Yeah.
Is it all just kind of one great big community of how can we help each other?
I am so happy that we have a community of nonprofits that really do work together, because it's all for the same thing. We're all trying to make this community a better place and stronger. And so, yes, we're located in Restoration Rome. They're an incredible partner. But the Boys and Girls Club also, incredible partner. We've worked with all kinds of nonprofits, the Community Kitchen. We've been part of Good Neighbors over there. So yes, definitely. It is just incredible to have this type of community of people that just want to work together. And
we've touched on this before, Melissa, with the Hardy Help stuff. The quality of life certainly helps your business.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It does.
And everything going on in Rome. So, I mean, if you could touch on that, what she was touching on there, the community involvement and all things to make the community better.
I think that's really, really important to know that we're supporting the same thing. Every business in Rome is trying to make Rome-Floyd County better. That's what we should be doing. So I think that supporting these nonprofits, not just one, not just two, but trying to support these nonprofits that work together in the corporate world, working together to do that, I think it's phenomenal. And I think that's what makes this town so great too.
So what do you need? You need dollars?
We need dollars. So this year was a very rude awakening for us when we went to go to purchase.
Inflation.
Every item in the backpack, and we buy 2,500 of them. Every item in the backpack went up $1 to $3 per item.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. It was shocking.
It was a huge sticker shock.
It was absolutely shocking. We were blown away. I was trying to secure items because the prices were rising as I was talking to the people about my order. It was very, very hard. We had to pare back on the items that are in there, but we're very excited about the things that we do have in there. This year is a fabulous backpack. Even though there are fewer items, we think the items in there are such great quality that everybody's going to love them. But yes, so yes, dollars is huge, but we also have a great need right now for party supplies. We have a great need because we're getting ready to get going. And because our area of Restoration Rome is going to be under construction starting in the spring, we're having to get everything packed and everything collected now. So yes.
What do you do? How do you handle summer birthdays or weekend birthdays? Weekends is during the school year.
Right.
Yeah.
Summer birthdays, we make sure that the schools get enough either in May or in August to cover those birthdays, or some schools split it up where they'll do May and June before the kids leave school, and they'll do July and August when they come back. We work with the schools to make sure that I've got 2 kids with summer birthdays. So I make sure that summer birthdays are covered.
That's important.
Yes.
And one is in our studio audience today.
Yes, that's right.
She does not want to speak. She is wearing headphones listening to us.
Yes.
So summer birthdays. I wonder what that's like. Do you get to have
Pool party. That's what it's always like. Pool party.
Pool parties.
She's tired of the pool party.
Yeah, I know.
She said no pool party this year.
Oh, bless you.
No pool parties. Okay, so how can people connect with you to donate or to volunteer? Website, social media, stuff like that?
Yes. So email if you're just have a group that's interested in packing, or a group that would like to maybe put your logo on something like Hardy is doing, and we put it in the backpacks. That's info@brighterbirthdays.org. Our website is www.brighterbirthdays.org. And we are on Facebook as Brighter Birthdays and Instagram as Brighter Birthday.
Yeah,
Day.
What do we do before social media?
Right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Any final thoughts from Hardy about Hardy Helps and how you guys support Brighter Birthdays?
I don't think so. I think we're good. Hardy Helps is just, if you have a need in our community that we don't know about, let one of our agents know. Let somebody that works for us know. And we will do our best. Jimmy Byers, I cannot brag on our broker enough. Jimmy Byers has a heart of gold. And we will do whatever we can as agents and for community support.
And Cristin, when are you officially done?
I'm going to be rolling off probably around January.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So you'll get the school year started through the holidays. Mm-hmm. Then you're done.
Then I'll have a senior. My last one's graduating high school. So then I'll be doing all that craziness for the graduation. So, yep.
Well, any final thoughts? Either one of you?
I just appreciate you guys having me on. I love this. I think this may be my last podcast for Brighter Birthdays. So yes, so
we'll
thank you
so
again.
Much. I guarantee you, we'll see her again doing something.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by, and thank you so much for this great nonprofit that you started, kind of just out of a kernel of your brain years ago, and it's up and running, and it's now a vital part of the community. So thank you for that. You've been listening to the Hardy Realty Show here on Rome Business Radio. We broadcast from the Hardy Realty Studios on Broad Street, and we work in cooperation with the Rome News Tribune. Thank you so much for listening.